Heights, respect and love to life. My little story poetry book, you know, and more is the second published book for me. My first book was like, The Vibes was 2012, and this book is like 2014, 13. I can't remember in my brain right now still. But my little story poetry book is a intuitive book. It just comes straight out of my brain like that. I just write stories and write little short poems. Now, today, we're going to read for you When Light Gone. So, in the 70s, where we grew up as youth in the 70s, when light gone, it would have been story times for we. So, our father and family members would gather in the darkness and just talk stories. So, out of memory, this story here is going to tell you what me learned when we was youth in the 70s. When light gone. Have you ever noticed that when light gone, most people are always a little afraid, especially if they are in a lonely areas? The people who live in town may fear gunmen, but the people who live in the rural communities are always afraid of doppies. Have you ever heard about doppies yet? Well, my father used to tell some stories when light gone in the 1970s. In those days, it wouldn't be surprising to us when the light went because it was the norm to be watching TV and then suddenly light gone. Daddy would have the perfect opportunity to start the talking about Duppy. And as he knew we were scared, he would send one of us to fetch things from the bedroom or even outside in the dark. We would all be afraid as he started to talk about things that would frighten us, knowing that when we had to do what we had ordered. One dark night, he was talking about Duppy calling rolling calf. A rolling calf he claimed that ran him down one night when he was coming home from youth club. In those days, most people walked the road to their destination. And he would said the calf ran him down for about a mile. Sometimes I wonder how a mile long. He described the rolling calf as a big cow with fire in his nose that we couldn't forget. He said the rolling calf was the Duppy of the butcherman that was killed. It could be anywhere on the road or in the bushes, and you could hear it loud breathing and see the fire from the nose that could burn anything it caught. So we would have youth and hear, when we think about that, you hear the cow like, and sometimes when him talking, you know, we start to fret and I wonder what go. One of my uncles added his own story. He said that he knew that a Duppy lived out the road beyond the church. He said one night, about 11 o'clock when he was traveling home, as he reached a big tree with its branches stretched across the road, he felt strange, as if his head was raising, and at the same time he was sweating as if he had run for a long while. Suddenly he heard like someone jump from the tree, and at the same time he heard a sound like a chain was being dragged across the road. He said he felt so frightened and wanted to run, but was scared that the chain would cause him to trip and fall. As soon as the sound of the chain stopped, he took his foot in his hand, and until he saw someone else walking ahead of him on the road, he was further alarmed as the sight because he thought he was the only person on the road at that time. He stopped running when he realized that the figure looked like a lady. As he walked closer and closer to the lady, he realized she had no head. He started to run again, and he never stopped until he reached home and rubbed himself up with some beer rum. You know, sometimes in them days, people love to rub up your with beer rum and them things there. My brothers and I were completely horrified by this time, and none of us wanted to move. My father and uncle noticed this, and just for fun, my father sent us to the back of the house for his tool bag, which he said he had forgotten to take around with him. When we proceed to the back of the house, we heard something fall to the ground. We fled back inside the house without the tool bag, to the hearty merriment of Dad and Uncle, who teased us about the rolling calf at the back of our house. We listened uneasily to more Duppy story until its electricity returned. For the rest of the night, me and my brothers slept in one bed, squeezing onto each other like a litter of puppies when they are cold. Duppy business, me no in it. Ay ay ay. Jack Mandora, me no choose none. Ay ay ay. Respect and love.
Hi, if you like my uncle's story, you could visit the IOJ bookshop to purchase one if you like. Bye!